Two of the biggest causes of injury at artisanal mines are slips and falls at the entrance to mine shafts, and also materials such as rocks, stones and earth falling on top of miners while working in the shaft. So what can be done to make it safer? The starting point is to look at how to construct the shaft and how to secure it. First, the shaft entrance needs to be shaded. As well as providing protection from the sun, the cover helps stop rain from entering the shaft. You can also construct channels to divert water away from the entrance. The shaft needs to be at least 1.2 meters wide to be large enough to use as an entrance. The shaft is best built either as a square, rectangle or circle to allow for easy reinforcement. The key to having a safe shaft is to use well-positioned timber or concrete.
Now this timber holds the soil. When the soil pushes from this side, the timber joints hold it. This is the importance of building a shaft with timber.
Miners are kept safe by making sure the timber supports are keeping the shaft in shape. Ladders must be firm and strong. The ladder should stick up above the entrance by about 1 meter and should not be longer than 6 meters. The ladder should go down to the very bottom of the shaft. If the shaft is too deep for the ladder, then have a platform part way down the shaft. Shafts should be a maximum depth as recommended by your country's regulations. At the bottom of the shaft, it can be very dark. Make sure you have a headlamp on your helmet for your safety. If available, bring an additional flashlight so you can see better. The deeper in the shaft you go, the less oxygen you have to breathe. This can cause you to feel dizzy and accidents are more likely to happen. Use fans to force air underground and increase the ventilation.
The work of the blower is to send oxygen down, to give them enough oxygen as they are working.
Ladders provide miners access to the mine but are not a safe way of carrying ore up the shaft. For that, you need a hoist or a windlass. If these are constructed well, they can not only be used to bring ore up, but also to take miners up and down the shaft.
Yes, windlass niyo.
This is a windlass. It has a pipe with a rope whose purpose is to bring the ore up and take the people down. It's easier than using hands for pulling.
With a strong rope, loads of up to 500 kilograms can be lifted.
The purpose of the rope is that if I am turning like this, I will be lowering the person down, and if we turn up, I will be returning the person to the surface. Secondly, there are handles. One person pulls there and another there, and they support each other, and then the ore comes up to the surface. With two people on the handles, it won't fall back down the shaft.
Yes, bearings.
These bearings help this pipe to rotate inside. We also grease it often.
For safety, the hoist has to have a locking mechanism.
This is a lock in case you are resting and not working. The lock is here. Even if the person in the mine pulls the rope, if I'm standing here, I will not be injured. I will be safe.
The advantages with the windlass are that accidents are substantially reduced. It also provides a semi-mechanical means to move material and carry miners in and out of the shaft.
The accidents which used to happen when someone is pulling to fall back in the shaft are no longer there. It is not like before when we used to work with a lot of risk because this shaft is deep. It used to be dangerous. Now we are safer than we have ever been before.
And in terms of safety, every time before you begin work, you have to make sure that there's person who has to go down, expect the pit, and make sure the pit is safe, then the workers can go down.
So to reduce the risk of accidents and falls, have strong timber supports or use concrete for the mine shaft. Make sure the ladders are strong and well secured. Use headlamps so you can see underground. Use fans or blowers to force fresh air down the shaft. And have a sturdy hoist or windlass for transporting ore and miners.